So in typical fashion, you try to have somebody else work on your stuff to save you time and money, and they just mess it up. Brought this into Big O Tires to have them replace my tires. You can see here the lug nut, pretty chewed up and galled up. Threads towards the end of this stud are all shot. So on my 2019 Dodge Ram pickup, I'm going to show you how to replace a front wheel stud. Overall, this isn't going to be too big of a deal. Take the wheel off, done. Now that the wheel's off, we're going to take the caliper off. Caliper is this one bolt here, this bolt here. Once the caliper is off, we'll pull the disc off. Once the disc's off, we should just be able to hammer this guy out. Two bolts are removed. They were 13/16 head. They weren't down there that tight. Got the caliper sitting on the bottom control arm there, kind of strapped across the top just so it sits. You don't want to put a whole lot of tension here on the brake hoses, or you can get those to leak. So next thing I'll be taking off the disc. Now that we have the caliper off, actually on this one, instead of taking the rotor off, we're going to pound it through just as one piece. So if you have this lined up towards the back half, you can look in here. That's the head of the stud right there, and there'll be enough room to get it out. So we'll just take our handy dandy big maul right there. We'll give her some taps and we should be able to pop that one right out just all together. So the old one came out. Picture there, the old one's on the right, the new one's on the left. I just picked up something cheap from O'Reilly's, whatever, it just holds your wheel on, not a big deal. And inside here, you can look, I did have to flex that guard there just a little bit out of the way in order to give enough room for that stud to come through. It's just the dust guard for the rotor, so it doesn't really serve any purpose back there. And I'll bend it back flush once I put the new one in. So the stud's fed through in the back. It's a little loose right now, so the way to fix that is we're going to grab one of our lug nuts we got laying around, stick it on here, we'll put a spacer between it, tighten it down, and it'll actually pull the lug nut in and sink it into place. I'll show you what that looks like. So this is what it looks like. Just stuck a washer on there, an extra nut I had laying around. So we got that tight. We'll feel from the back side here as we're going. You can kind of see the gap in there that we're not sunk in. So we'll tighten it down until that head is flush with the back plate. At this point, it's in there. It's all snug, solid, ready to go. So we'll just put the reverse, we'll put the caliper back on, toss the wheel on, and that's it. Pretty easy fix.